time is running out. What can be done at this point to avoid a shutdown?
Well, I'm encouraged by the fact that we are moving single subject bills on the House floor. We were working on votes until 1 in the morning last night and continue that work today on the floor. So I'm hopeful we are moving forward conservative spending packages that fund our government in a responsible way. So we're up against a deadline. We're going to continue that work, but it is very clear the chaos and dysfunction in Washington, D.C. is still on full display. It's unacceptable. I think taxpayers and certainly Iowans have told me they've come to expect this kind of brinkmanship out of Congress, and I find it disappointing, and I'm hopeful we're able to come to an agreement, get these bills passed before the deadline so we can fund our government.
And last night, the Senate took steps toward passing a spending bill of their own. Is the House also working on a bill right now?
Yes, like I mentioned, we are actually working on moving forward all of our individual appropriations bills, whether that's the Homeland Security bill, which I think is very, very important. Look at what's happening at our southern border right now. We had more than 230,000 illegal immigrant crossings in the month of August, 11,000 in one day over the weekend. I want to make sure, and I serve on that subcommittee, that we actually fund our CBP agents so they can continue to do their job. So, like I said, we're going to continue the process of moving these bills across the House floor. I think we do need to be looking at a short-term solution to make sure we can continue to do our work. And I know our conference is looking at that language right now and trying to figure out what that solution might look like.
There have been some calls for House Speaker Kevin McCarthy to negotiate with the Democrats to get something moved forward, but there's also been talk that he could lose his job if he does that. Why is that?
Well, unfortunately, we have just a few people on either side who are kind of challenging this process, and I don't think that's right. The majority of Republicans want to move forward with funding our government, and I think it puts us in a position of strength to continue to pass out these bills that get rid of the woke priorities coming out of the Biden administration, DEI, things that have, again, facilitated an open border. We are fixing many of those problems in our bills, and I think that's something that if Democrats want to come to the table and help us secure the southern border, which has become a crisis across this country, then we're willing to work on that. And I think anyone who can come to the table and help us get something done there, that's what we want to see, and certainly what I'm hearing from Iowans that they want to see happen.
And this isn't the first time that we've heard about a shutdown. What can we do to avoid having these conversations in the future?
Well, as the member of the Appropriations Committee, I just want to see regular order. We have spent more than 9 months getting our legislation crafted, and we've passed 10 out of those 12 bills out of committee already. I think we've done our work, so I would love to see the rest of Congress get on board and obviously pass these bills so we can fund our government in a responsible manner. But look, I'm not going to be taking a paycheck while the government's shut down. I think that politicians certainly shouldn't be getting paid while our members of the military and our police and law enforcement are not getting paid. Our USDA programs that farmers know and trust and need access to during harvest, we frankly shouldn't be getting paid while those things are shut down. So I think there needs to be incentive for Congress to do its job, and I'm happy to look at legislation to make that happen.